Portland Benny in the spotlight. They crown him greatest of all time. MDG with the wild beard, wildlife. Spin City chasing summer all the time. Tommy Temper holding down the north side. Canada Spin City chasing summer all the time. Tommy Temper holding down the north side. But one name sitting on the top. Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Whole star train rolling, they chant his name. All these West Stream kings chasing that fame, but they all turned green when the trophy came. Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Crowd go dumb, can't tame that flame. Jealous eyes flash when they call that name. Best curves in the game. Best curves. Red carpet full of tripods, bright screens. Flash bulbs pop for the protest scenes. Every angle, every siren, and every sign. But your line hit clean, baby, every time. They got flags for the views, for the watch time. You got love for the lines where the wheels ride. They all clap, but you feel that side eye. Cause the curb crown sitting on you just right. Oh yeah! Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Whole star train rolling, they chant his name. All these West Stream kings chasing that fame, but they all turned green when the trophy came. Mr. Bill got the best curves in the game. Crowd go dumb, can't tame that flame. Jealous eyes flash when they call that name. Best curves in the game. Best curves in the game. Best curves in the game.
Nope. No, you don't get 2 for 1. No 2 for 1s here. No 2 for 1s. How we doing, guys? How we doing? Nice to see Wolfie in the chat, hanging out there. DC in Florida, hanging out. Who else we got hanging over there? Saw another name I thought I saw. We're gonna follow my Rumble. Oh, I forgot to put up a link or something to something like that. Let's put up a Twitter link instead of the other thing there. I didn't even make a poll. If you guys have any ideas for questions for a poll or something like that, we could just double check on putting a poll. But I'm running out of silly ideas for a poll question. If you guys have any silly ideas for a poll question, please let me know. You got somebody over there on Twitter. Speaking of Twitter over there, nice to see you over there. Let me put a link to my Twitter here. Follow me on Twitter. Should I say pretty please or just please? I think it's please this time. Put the link over there. Sorry. Doing all that silly stuff I should have done beforehand. Click on that, then click on the thing where it pins it to the top there. I could probably think of a poll question, but you're probably tired of poll questions. Anywho, let me see how many people are popping in. 27 people. Wow, I got to work on doing titles more like that or whatever. You guys like to see leftists acting crazy? You've probably seen some of this stuff already. This is in Seattle. Jonathan Cho, the International League of People's Struggles, is praising Seattle high school students. Oops, you know what? You want to see what you're looking at? Praising Seattle high school students for protesting against ICE. This commie group wants to capture and indoctrinate the next generation. They're trying to destabilize America in order to usher in a revolution, says Jonathan Cho.
I don't know! I don't know! I don't know! I don't know!
I did see that video or something like that, and he was knocking down some ice at front of the Minnesota Capitol, I guess it was, or whatever. Instead of prosecute ICE, it said pro-ICE, I believe it was what it said. As when you clicked out the other letters or whatever, and I didn't see the arrest, but it's something, I don't know if I have it saved here, but yeah, I heard he got arrested. Put a 1 if you're in the chat, put a 2 if you're not in the chat. How about that? 33 people popping in. You guys all get off work at the same time or something?
I don't know! 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 I
downtown Seattle. This is what you get out there. Craziness. We get out of school to do this. Teachers are suckers. Here's another aerial view here of what was going on there, just FYI. What a big crowd there. So, Wayne, how you doing? Yeah, we just run across the road, disrespect law enforcement, you know. No worries, you know. It'll just, you know, it's okay. It's just a lot dangerous to be running on the road without. Communism is here, at least in Seattle it is. See what else is going on. Craziness in the world. I already saw that one there. That one's gone. This was going on, evidently. Middle schoolers across the Salt Lake City, Utah area walked out of school to protest ICE. The walkouts reportedly included students throwing objects at vehicles, marching through stores, smashing bus windows, and blocking busy roads. And liberals in Salt Lake City, maybe they're mad at the predominant religion there and they're taking it out on stores. Let's see what's going on here. Oh! Because it has the American flag on the side of the truck. Is that why you did that? Could you imagine being these kids' parents or teachers for that matter? You know, it's just like, what happened to the youth? Leftism. Look, it's so pretty around the Salt Lake City area there, too. Stay on the sidewalks or you're safe. Paul, issue, how you doing? Nice to see you, Paul.
Jathan.
This is all the same group of people, evidently, or at least same city. You know, usually, you know, you teach kids to protest. You teach them how to civilly protest. You know, you find a nice part of town. People travel by. Have your signs out there. Say your traditional F ICE and things like that. You know, don't go in places you aren't allowed to go during school. They'll say that, and then 5 seconds later they'll say F ICE. No hate, no fear, but no hate usually does not include effing organization.
I see you, Freddie. I see you.
Oh, this is a different one here. This is the other day when they were out in the street. Almost got ran over.
Hey, get out of the fucking road.
on earth? Still in the same video. Leftism gone wild, guys. Middle schoolers at this point here too. Not old enough to drink or smoke or get tattoos, but evidently they're old enough to change their body without consent in certain places and allowed to say F ICE and not know what it means, you know, to abolish ICE and their repercussions. Wow. Legal immigrants are welcome here, guys.
Immigrants are welcome. Hey, come here. Immigrants are welcome.
Yeah, kindergarten level indoctrination, just me. Kindergarten level. I keep calling kindergarten brainwashing types behavior. Basically, I find a different way to phrase it. But you know, when you're in kindergarten and everything, and your teacher says something like 1, 2, and you say buckle my shoe. You know, 3, 4. If you say 3, 4, then you would say shut the door. That kind of stuff is like it's regurgitated. It's so in your head that they can't allow anything else into your head. That this kind of information, you know, is just so in there. You know, even if they go to first grade, they'll still sort of have that sort of thing inside their head. It's like it's stuck in there, you know, until the next teacher has new ideas or whatever to allow them to think of other things. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to think of something wrong as 3, but anyway.
Hey, here. Oh, Santa's pissed.
Like the hot dog. Midvale, Utah. Guessing near Salt Lake, but
Bro. Qué lindo, la puta madre. Ya cuántas personas. Ya cuántas personas.
do we partly blame this on the Mormons, you know? I'm guessing we partly can blame this on the Mormon church and everything. I'm guessing that they are kind of for kind of a little bit of immigration coming to their state and things like that. I'm assuming they mainly want legal immigration coming to their states, you know, so they can sort of converting other people and things like that, which Mormons are good people, you know, but hopefully they encourage legal immigration to their state. There's a lot of people out there. Oops. Press the right buttons. As you're hating society by breaking the laws of society, running into a Target, standing out in the middle of the road for no reason, you're hating your existing society by breaking the basics of that society. So obviously you can say something, but your actions show something completely different. Yeah, I give you the no fear because you don't fear repercussions from likely a liberal city where there's no police presence to make sure you guys learn how to follow rules. I see no adults around there supervising you. And, you know, they don't have to be ones that push you to certain places. Just make sure you don't break the law as you're protesting. There's nobody like that out there, evidently. Is there really 47 people in the chat? I don't think there's 47 people. I haven't looked, but I'm guessing there's only like 20 likes or something like that. So I'm guessing I've either got like 20 or 31 likes, and how many of the 47 people? So that means I got 16 or so Antifa types that haven't hit the like button or bots or something like that. I'm not sure which one. Hopefully there's a few more people that can hit the like button or say something in the chat or something like that. Did I see D's in the chat? Yeah, I did. I don't. Parents allow this. I know. You see some parents out there, including some influencers we know in Portland, that are starting to go after the schools out there. There's him who he knows what's going on with this kind of stuff. Are you a working buddy? Are you busy or anything like that? If you're not busy, I might pop you in here in a little bit or whatever, send you a link and talk about your event the other day. See what else is going on in the crazy world of leftism here. Here's another. Where's this one at here? Students at Worcester Polytechnic Institute accused of stealing and vandalizing TPUSA student signs during a tabling event. The TPUSA chapter students say a small group of approached the table, stole the signs, which displayed quotes from President Ronald Reagan and TPUSA. Founder Charlie Kirk then ran away. They later returned with the now vandalized signs. You know what TPUSA should do? Get quotes of Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton from 8 years ago, where they were kind of against having an open border and things like that. Take their quotes from back then or Bill Clinton's and then say, Obama said this, Clinton said this. Go ahead and steal the sign. Disrespect this guy here. Disrespect the woman here, see if they'll do that stuff. That's what I would do to troll them.
I'm doing mine remote, so
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Oh yeah, by the way, here's your
Not sure which one's the liberal.
I'm doing mine remote, so
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Inside like a lunch area of the college, it sounds like. What's his sign say? It's hard to tell. Need more information there. He should have something. The pursuit of virtue is what liberty is all about, Charlie Kirk. And they decided to tarnish it. Tolerance. So tolerant, these lefties. Dave Medina is running for governor. This isn't a lefty thing, but just shout out Dave Medina for being out there.
Thank you to all who've been supporting me. We're right here in front of the governor's office in Salem, Oregon today. Guys, we are coming up on the May primary, May 19th. Remember, you have to be registered as a...
Yeah, and Paul, I also noticed he posted something, Miss Mary retweeted it, that the other guys, the GoFundMe people or whatever, decided to refund him the money rather than send it to the other people. I'm guessing they found out that, yes, it was an Antifa nonsense and everything that was trying to get him reported. So they're like, okay, we messed up. We should have kind of looked into this more, idiots. And then they sent him the money at that point there. So he had to sort of make a tweet online saying, if you guys double donated, let him know, and he will go ahead and kind of send you the donations back, is what I heard on the tweet. What did who say? Yo, balls. Yeah, things are good over here. You have a bunch of him who. Hopefully you're doing good out there. Let's see what David's up to here. Back in the day, you and him who met David back at different events in 2020. Oregon FOFA, wasn't that his group? I can't remember what it stood for.
Republican to vote for me in the May 19th primary. And then once we get through there, it's on to take on Tina Kotek, who isn't here and I'm told is almost never here. She works out of her supposed Portland office, but we're going to bring transparency back to the Capitol. We're going to bring transparency back to our government. Thank you all who are supporting. Keep sharing, keep liking, keep donating. Love you guys. Let's go Oregon. Hey guys, Dave Medina here running.
Imagine governor not being the governor's office. Christine Drazen also, since we're talking about Oregon here for a second, politicians want to change the date of the gas tax for one reason. Politics. Oregon voters signed the petitions to repeal Tina Kotek's $4.3 billion tax and hike in November. We should honor that. Find your legislator here. Until then, to follow the law, play by the rules.
Request this petition. Colleagues, you have on your desk today the signature sheet for petition ID 26.
I didn't say it. Boba Fett said it. Boba Fett said that. Okay, I didn't say that you might be related to Spider Mike if you didn't hit the like button, but it's a possibility.
302. For those of you that didn't
Just kidding.
go out and sign these forms, I wanted to be sure that you saw the details here today. To the Secretary of State, I am an active Oregon voter and request this petition be placed on the ballot for approval or rejection at the election listed. Now, for those who need glasses like me, the election listed is November 3, 2026 general election. As you all know, at this stage, 250,000 Oregonians signed these sheets with the expectation that if they gathered enough signatures, that it would be on the election of November the 3rd, 2026. In the prior session, we had the opportunity to move the date of that election. This body, the legislative body, chose not to move the date for a potential petition referendum should it make it to the ballot. And now, in front of us today is the possibility that this body may choose to retroactively change that date. Why would we do that? We already know that the budget can be balanced. We already know that ODOT can live within its means. That is in the works. We don't have to have this answered by May to balance the budget for ODOT. That's already happening. The only reason that this would need to be moved would be strictly for political purposes. And colleagues, I would say that we should not do that to Oregon voters. They signed the petitions with a date certain. We should honor that. Thank you.
Well said, Grayson. I still would rather have David Medina as the governor, but you get the name recognition, and
colleagues, you have
still be a lot better than what we currently have. What was going on? Here's more leftism here. Anti-ICE protesters kicks an item as ICE agents attempt to retrieve it. These people are really sick. Looks like it's going to be a crazy weekend. Again, you guys said it's all men out there, all thuggy men. This is a lady here, guys, FYI. And there's another one over there, it looks like. Oh, yeah, they're all bad guys out there. We just saw 2 women ICE agents out there. Is that one of those Burma things or whatever? It looks like that, or a taser maybe. Do you know what the road is? He says, get off the road, and you're literally staying on the road. Did they flatten the tire? Did they seriously flatten the tire of a cop? Or is that... I'm helping a civilian here. No, he's got a badge. Might be a journalist, though. It was a taser. Okay, I thought it was. Billy bus. Like I said, female doing their job. She gets paid for her, and they want to yell and scream and call her a fascist for doing her job. She's got a big canister ready to go, though, just in case. Leftists gone wild. Oh, go ahead and show your face again there, buddy. See why you're hiding your face. I know it's a little cold out there, but get off the road. When the authorities say get off the road, if you're a suspect or pedestrian that should be off the road anyway, there's plenty of room off the road. You get off the road. They're literally letting traffic go by, you idiot. Mental. Upside the head action. I got jokes about that. Yeah. I wonder if there's something he could try to do to sort of encourage these protesters to protest peacefully and lawfully. I don't know if there's any kind of act he could do or executive order he could sign to encourage them to behave a little bit more like peaceful people and properly protest.
The Department of Homeland Security announced that 4,000 violent criminal aliens have been taken out of Minnesota alone. 4,000.
Oh, I thought that was nationwide for a second. Just Minnesota?
What kind of people are we talking about here, Tricia?
Scott, and you're not going to hear this on CNN or really, unless you're saying it, really anywhere in the mainstream media, even though we push out these faces in these crimes every single day. Just yesterday, Scott, an individual from Laos convicted of sexual assault and terroristic threats. An individual from Uzbekistan, he's a known or suspected terrorist. An individual from Guatemala arrested, domestic violence and a DUI. These are the individuals we're going out every single day. Our law enforcement are risking their lives to remove from the streets. And it's not just them that they're facing. Of course, they're facing these violent agitators while they go after these criminals.
As you just saw in the previous video.
They have 1,000% increase in assaults against them, 8,000% increase in death threats against them. And yet they are risking their lives to remove these kind of violent individuals from Minnesota.
Wild. Scott Jennings is a good follow over there. If you hadn't known already, follow him on Twitter, wherever he's at over there. Just a heads up. We are now at 49 likes, guys. 49 likes. Who's going to be number 50 on the like parade? It's a parade. It's another. Call it a parade if you want to. Here's a little commercial for you.
Hello? Oh, hey, how are you? Hey, yeah, did you get the treats? Well, he specifically wanted peanut butter. Yeah, peanut butter, treats, yeah, because we're gonna go for a ride later. We're gonna go to, I think we're gonna go for a ride and go to daycare. Camp, yeah. Well, I don't know what we're gonna do, but I'm hoping that Sarah will be there. And Farrell, maybe Grandma, or I definitely think that we're gonna eat some treats. We're gonna see Sarah. We're gonna see Grandma. Maybe we'll see Bella, or I'm not sure yet though. But maybe we'll go for a walk. We'll go potty. We'll see Grandma. And maybe we'll go get some tacos. We can go get a taco. Maybe some. He doesn't know what a taco is. He's never had one.
I thought the park or something like that, or go for a walk was got to be the trigger word or something like that. I thought that was she was going with that. That was interesting. Salem was a little bit crazy today, evidently too. Protester slams his sign, pull into my foot. Could have broke my toes, bro. Mostly peaceful, huh? They will block you and harass you another day. Another police report. Really?
That's right. Because we know that we are here peacefully like we do. Take a screenshot of this guy right here. As someone who brings my children to places.
Right. Full size already. I don't know why.
On the backs of working state budget, on the backs of public service workers like me, makes a clear statement. Our lives don't matter. Our loyalty to our communities is worth nothing. Balancing Oregon's budget solely on the backs of working families by cutting.
You can do that, but just don't touch me, please.
I'm not.
Okay. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching anybody. Just don't touch me.
Any elected official in support of cutting our budgets, I invite you to put on a damn uniform and work a 16-hour shift inside our institutions.
You win. I'll move.
Salem, the capital city of politics, and evidently constitutional rights and things like that. And evidently, the people in Salem don't allow a person the right to film
Decision. Thank you.
at a public park.
Giving care to our community. Look at us giving care to
This guy right here.
That's right. Because we know that we are here peacefully like we do.
Take a screenshot of this guy right here.
Peacefully, as you can see, people are not being peaceful to the ones that are trying to film things. No, you're not being peaceful. Your words might be saying you're peaceful, but your actions repeatedly show you guys are not peaceful. We're peaceful. We say we're peaceful, so therefore we're peaceful. But once you see a conservative or whatever that has an opinion, or an ICE agent around that's trying to do their job, things aren't so peaceful.
As someone who brings my children to places like this, they better be in school right now.
We're gonna go find a state trooper now.
People who are here peacefully. Thank y'all for being.
You can't.
There's a state trooper you probably found over here.
Currently, he's refusing to identify. He didn't have a mask on until he slammed his sign into my foot, and then he put a mask on. Now he's refusing to identify to the police officers. Currently, he's refusing to identify.
Wouldn't surprise me. So ridiculous. Such leftism. And at least he filed a report. If anything gets done, I doubt it in the city of Salem. What's going on at this one here? Minneapolis. 2 illegal aliens are detained outside the Hennepin County. A lot of Hennepins around here, different counties. Government center, and there isn't a damn thing that rapid responders in the state can do about it. Watch. Just missed it here. Sheriff's Department right there. ICE agent taking the detainee right there. They can't do anything about it. It's a federal agent. They probably already verified he was. There's a short video. Oh, is Geyer in the house? Oh, there he is. What's going on, Geyer? I might talk to you here about that video or something like that if you want to in a little bit here, if you're bored enough to hang out here. I just like to get through some of these videos here before I do the talking thing or something, but that was bizarre there. Roasted. A Dem witness admits that he is funded by George Soros during Grill Down. I wanted to see this.
In the national public interest. Sorry, is now, Mr. Weissman, you are the co-CEO of Public Citizen, is that correct?
Co-president, yes,
okay.
sir.
President, okay. Is welfare and grant fraud in the national public interest?
I'm sorry.
Is welfare and grant fraud in the national public interest?
It is
addressing
100% contrary to the national interest.
Okay, but taking it on would also be in the national interest, correct?
Taking it on is absolutely in the American interest.
Is fraud prevention in the, is fraud prevention racist?
Fraud prevention is not racist, no.
Okay. Are current fraud prevention efforts by the Trump administration in Minnesota racist?
No.
Okay. Are deportations racist?
Are deportations racist? It depends. They can be racist, for sure.
Is ICE racist?
I think the practices of ICE right now are abhorrent and should be abhorrent, exactly as you said, for American values. I think the practices of ICE right now are.
But ICE itself, the organization, is racist.
The enforcing immigration and customs laws per se is not racist. What ICE actually is doing, I believe, can fairly be characterized as racist. Yes, sir.
All right. I asked this because we did a little bit of digging into Public Citizen and found two things. One is you're funded by George Soros, correct?
The Open Society Foundation is one of our funders, yes.
And you call just about everything you don't like racist.
That is not true. But
okay, well, I'm going to give you a few examples.
Sure.
On December 11th, 2019, Public Citizen tweeted that the banking sector as a whole is racist. On August 17th, 2021, Public Citizen sent in a press release that algorithmic racism was a major problem and that we need to start creating anti-racist algorithms.
Math is racist.
On December 23rd, 2020, Public Citizen tweeted that our healthcare system is a racist abomination. On April 17th, or on April 7th, 2023, Public Citizen tweeted that expelling two Tennessee state reps for violating the legislature's rule was racism. On April 15th, 2021, Public Citizen tweeted that law enforcement in this country has been overrun by racism. On June 25th, 2020, Public Citizen tweeted, racism is the reason DC is not a state. On January 15th, 2019, Public Citizen tweeted that asking about citizenship status on the census was racist. On August 24th, 2020, Public Citizen tweeted, defund our racist, hyper-militarized, murderous American police force. On July 10th, 2020, Public Citizen tweeted that law and order.
Hey, Geyer, do you want this one or do you want to wait till I bring you up?
Is a racist dog whistle. Do you stand by these statements?
Well, I appreciate the depths of which you've gone of research. In the context of all those statements, yes.
Not research, just look at Twitter.
Sir.
So all of those things are racist.
George Soros trying to find anything he can that's call it racism. What happens when you kind of consider everything racist? Everybody starts to clash and things go crazy. Communist Manifesto 101. Hey, Glenn, how we doing? Nice to see a few new faces in the house there. Maybe not new faces, but maybe old faces. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're doing good. Kaiser Permanente is extremely racist. Are they really prime? Why do you say that? Why do you say that? Not a big fan of Kaiser Permanente. I like other ones out there, Salem Health or Legacy, things like that. But anyway, you can share your opinion here within TOS. Okay. No, don't donate any money to me. It was weird though the other day. I not grifting guys, but when we did a stream last night and everything, talking to Guy or BCP, Angry Oregonian, I kept seeing donations come in, and like all I'm doing is talking to people. I'm not providing anything. I'm just chilling out, talking with some buddies or something. And then like donations come in, like I'm here. I'm giving you some news of the day. Not saying I expect any money, but at least I'm providing something of a service. You know that makes sense that you might want to donate for a slight service like that. All we were doing last night was just talking, and $5 here, $10 there, $2 here. I'm like, I'm just talking to somebody. Why are you throwing money at me? I wasn't complaining. I just was curious. Made sense to you? Okay, good. Rosa. It looked like a hillbilly or something like that. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, things can be crazy at certain hospitals. It was Jack Reed criticized the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent for putting Democrats in their place. Thank you, Senator. Good to see you.
Senior person here, and you're also being the senior person here. Your behavior to some of my colleagues is absolutely childish. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Good to see him.
Senator Kennedy.
Hello, Mr. Secretary.
And you're
who's the childish one's like, you said nutty things. You said naughty things. That's childish. Minneapolis again. Kid screams, "That's my pops!" In full meltdown as ICE detains his dad. Son, your pops is illegal. He's getting deported. Be upset at the man who dragged you into the mess, not the agents enforcing the law. Is what Kim Katie says.
Oh, that's my fucking pops, though. Listen, there's a process for everything. There's a process for everything. He's gonna go with us. He's gonna get processed. All right. Then from there, as long as anything comes up good on his processing on his end, he'll see the judge. If he's not on a final order, he will see the judge, and then the judge decides his fate, whether he gets bail or whatever. He'll give you a call when he gets to the office. Okay. That's his car. You have the keys. All right. He has his wallet. He has his phone. He's gonna take with him. All right, and then he would give you guys a call. Okay? If he has a lawyer, contact the lawyer, and then have him get contacted up. Oh, that's my fucking.
I think that was handled really well. A lot of cases, there's only one guy there or whatever. They don't have to fight 10 other white Karens around or anything like that. Here, they just simply have to explain the story to the adult kid or something like that there and say, sorry, this is kind of the process yet we have to go by and everything. This is what we do. He's got everything he needs. He'll get a hold of you, see how things are going. That was a well done situation, assuming that was in full context. Here's what John Kennedy was probably saying right here a second ago.
Important parts of the world. This is the Indian Ocean, Madam President, as you well know. One of the most important parts of the world. Here's China. Here's India. China's trying to dominate all of these sea lanes. Here in the middle of the Indian Ocean is a group of islands called the Chagos Islands. America has a military base, Diego Garcia. It is an extraordinarily important military base. One of the few in the world where our military can reload submarines, houses a number of Navy ships. Our military base there houses long-range bombers that we use to carry out missions around the world. We have to work hard every day to police our military base, not just the base itself, but the land, or rather the water surrounding it, because China knows how important this military base is. The United Nations is saying, United Kingdom, you bad people, give the Chagos Islands back. And President Biden could stop it. And so could Vice President Harris. But they're for it. All in an effort to curry favor with the people at the United Nations who walk around with their NPR tote bags and their organic broccoli. Why on God's green earth would we do that? China, of course, is delighted because, number one, China's already started currying favor with Mauritius. Mauritius will now be in charge of the security of the Chagos Islands and our military base and the water surrounding it. President Trump, please pick up the phone and call the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom and say, don't sign that treaty. Don't give away America's military base.
And what Trump evidently said in the truth here, I've had very productive discussions with Keir Starmer and the island of Diego Garcia. It is the site of a major U.S. military base strategically situated in the middle of the Indian Ocean and therefore of great importance to the national security of the United States. We have the most powerful military in the world. Our military operations over the course of the last year were successful because of the strength of our warfighters, modern capability of our equipment, and very important strategic location of our military bases for staging and other reasons. I understand that the deal Prime Minister Starmer has made, according to many, the best he could make. However, if the lease deal sometime in the future ever falls apart or anyone threatens to endanger U.S. operations and forces at our base, I retain the right to militarily secure and reinforce the American presence in Diego Garcia. Let it be known that I will never allow our presence on a base as important as this is to ever be undermined or threatened by fake news claims or environmental nonsense. So he is sort of bowing the knee a little bit, isn't he? Let's see if I read this right. I understand Keir Starmer has made a deal, according to many, the best he could make. However, if the lease deal sometime in the future ever falls apart, our lease deal with whoever is in control of the island, I think is what he means by that. Okay. Falls apart or endangers. Go back at it. Okay, so yeah. They better be nice, in other words, or else. Here's the. Did I already see this? Is the 3-minute one? Yeah, I already saw this one at the beginning. What else is going on here? More leftism going crazy.
You're obstructing pedestrian traffic by blocking this building's active entranceway.
Is the police guy reading a statement that probably the mayor told him to read? Watch this. He's reading a prepared statement. Are you the sheriff in this town, or are you kind of a speech person or something like that? What in New York Police Department? Did Mount Donnie write that speech for you? What the heck? Yes, you're still a mod here. Is somebody being silly? Sorry about that. I'm not paying all the attention or anything like that. But usually when streamers or mods, for the most part, you're not, unless there's somebody attacking you directly or something like that, you don't have to do any kind of mod kind of stuff or anything like that, Tahiti Wave, I made a mod the other day just kind of because she was the only one in here when I thought I had some issues or something like that. I don't think she'd be mad if I took it away. Sometimes I don't want too many mods. Otherwise, people look at the chat like, man, there's so many mods in here. I don't know if I want to hang around in such an authoritarian place. I'm not sure if Les Paul feels like it, seeing those too many wrenches around there makes it feel like it's uncomfortable for him. I don't think he minds though. But I want more regular chatters to chatter too. Okay.
You're obstructing pedestrian traffic by blocking this building's active entranceway. Union power! We got the power! Union power!
Union power. I'm not sure what are they fighting over. Patients over politics or something like that, where you're blocking access to a hospital, evidently. How are you caring for patients if you're blocking the freaking? Oh my goodness! Respect my authority. So is that what's going on here, Les? Is it the red hats or whatever that kind of give it away as far as being one of those socialist groups, union socialist groups?
Press.
Who wants to bet they'll let them out at 5 o'clock or when the hospital main hours are done? Yeah, I'd say nurses or administrative staff or something like that. But because they're likely part of a union or something like that, that they've always had a contract signed by some liberal CEO of the hospital, is that you can't fire us without going through our union or something like that. So I'm guessing they won't be able to fire them. I wonder if by chance if they get arrested or something like that, if that adds something to their contract or whatever. Like if you get arrested, even the union contract says we can fire you. I know it's kind of funny, You'd think, if they're against Nazis and things like that, that would be the place that they would protest. If they're against fascism, why wouldn't you sort of station outside there if you're totally against fascism? Since they still believe, that we're the same thing as 1930s Germany, and 1930s and 40s Germany was big on BMW back in the day, right? BMW is rich today in large part because of what was going on in 1930s and 40s Germany. But they don't realize that because they just want to buy the car that makes them look special. Because all they are is SJWs, social justice warriors without common sense. I just saw this. Marco Rubio and Vance were at a hockey match or whatever in Milan.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio up at 12. Vice President J.D. Vance on hand, along with Secretary of State Marco Rubio taking in the action here in Milan.
I'm trying to see how many kids he brought with him or wife.
And on the right, there's Monique and Jocelyn Lamoureux also there. Olympians for Team USA, gold medalists in 2018, and critical.
I don't think he brought his wife with him to that event. Probably not a hockey fan or whatever it was, women's hockey.
Today, they kill people and get no punishment at all. ICE killed 2 people.
Greg Abbott, you okay with this? Children walking out of schools? Maybe it's time to hold teachers and administrators accountable, unacceptable. This guy's might have a little bit of a mental thing or something going on.
Protesting ICE today, they kill people and get no punishment at all. ICE killed 2 people in Minneapolis on top of 10s and 20s of others. ICE is a terrible thing.
We need to defund ICE. It is not okay for people to be torn out of this country for what? Their skin color? Our school is 60% Hispanic, okay? And we got at least 150 people here, okay? This is turning up into a messed up world. It's going really bad. It's not really good for us. We deserve to have a country where we can feel safe in.
There's countries south that you can feel safe in, where that everybody's happy-go-lucky down there, right? I thought cultures down there were great cultures down there in South America. It's all Hispanic cultures and everything. I thought Hispanic cultures are great. So why don't you go back to Hispanic cultures then?
This country was built on immigrants.
Legal immigrants, including the 14th Amendment situation, where it allowed the children of people that were brought over from Africa, and those people were allowed under the 14th Amendment. It was not designed for an influx of people that voluntarily came up here. You understand the difference? Voluntarily versus forced on a boat to go across the Atlantic. Yeah, much different situation.
Protesting ICE today, they kill people and get no punishment.
More protests here. Mass arrest outside New York City, Columbia University, after faculty, students, and protesters blocked roads for an hour, demanding university become sanctuary campus. Defund Columbia University now.
Disorderly conduct. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate, transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest.
When are we going to get around to future things? There used to be like the future Judge Dredd or whatever kind of shows, or your handcuffs or whatever. If you resisted or whatever, or tried to break your handcuffs, it would zap you or something like that. When are we going to not a hard zap, just kind of a, like that to quit doing that kind of stuff. When are we going to get those kind of handcuffs or, some people, I don't like it on dogs or anything like that, but something like that would kind of let people know, like, stop resisting.
Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany
Average age out there again, 55 or 60. Seriously.
the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. The arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge.
It's a long video.
Of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prison.
Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Demolition Man. Do they have? Is that a thing nowadays for real or anything like that? Oh, well, it probably is. I mean, tasers are just kind of a thing you can hold in your hand. So I would imagine they have sort of a nightstick type taser type thing. Just to. Are you going to cooperate? Are you going to cooperate? So the person says, no, I'm not going to cooperate. Are you going to cooperate now? I'm going to cooperate. Demolition Man was a great movie. I still think they shouldn't have. It was cool how they kind of got rid of Wesley Snipes, but it would have been better if they put him back on ice or something like that, so they could make another movie with Wesley Snipes.
Transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under the transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. Since you have refused to leave the
How many warnings do you give them? It's just give them one warning. If you don't do this, you're going to jail and you're not getting out. Boom. But unfortunately, these people don't see consequences. I see a lot of green hats probably around there say, call us if you have any troubles. We'll get you out in 2 hours, because we'll threaten to sue the city for unlawful arrest, and the city is already in financial trouble.
Roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct.
But now they let the small bus. So I'm not sure if it's the small bus for the people who are usually on the small bus, but imagine your cause is more important than kids getting to and from school. You think you're so important to have a cause of sanctuary city stuff when you're on a public road blocking children from getting home from school.
If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest. Cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, railroad.
Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of
Quit your job! Quit your job! Quit your job! Quit your job!
You may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct.
No Kings, is that a YouTube channel or something like that? It would make sense. They would have their own YouTube channel by now. Just curious here. Take a peek here on YouTube, I assume. Not Mo Kings, No Kings. Or spell. Kings. Oh, it is something else. Eyes on Ice, document and record. Oh, Indivisible is live. Eyes on Ice, document and record. Is it just kind of a silly repeated video or something like that? What is this? Like the Mike Tyson promoter person, if it was a girl or whatever, that's who it is here. I don't know. Don King is what I'm thinking.
Arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to leave the roadway, you will be placed under arrest. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged.
How long will they be in jail, guys? How long will they be in jail? Maybe an hour, 2 hours at most. Except Salem was that earlier in the day before things got crazy. We already saw that one basically.
Burning cities to the ground, letting criminals do whatever they want, and somehow losing billions of taxpayer dollars is not a winning position anymore. I hope. Because of California's top two primary system, there is a real scenario where the two candidates who advance to the general election for governor of California are both Republicans. Okay, we have Republican Chad Bianco and Steve Hilton are currently leading in the California primary. Both are ahead of every single Democrat and independent in the race. Independent, aka waste of time. Steve Hilton opened the recent debate the other night by saying it very plainly. California needs an outsider. After 16 years of a one-party Democrat rule, we now have the highest poverty, highest unemployment, and highest cost of living in America. And it is time for new leadership, clearly. And he's right. And lucky for us, the Democrat options couldn't be worse. You have like Katie Porter, Eric Swalwell. We can get into their past on another video because they're absolutely nuts. So June 2nd, 2026 is the primary. The top two votes move on regardless of the party. Republicans need to show up and vote, and we need the candidates to also get behind each other. We cannot be pinning each other against each other because what matters is winning. Because if Newsom's party gets locked out of California's general election, his national ambitions of running for president obviously collapse.
Could you imagine if he doesn't get on the ballot, the final two ballot at that point there, because there's silly way they would do their vote in California. You have two Republicans on the ballot. I would go for Steve Hilton over the other guy personally, but oh, I already saw that one. Why do I keep doing that?
Students at Walnut Hills High School staged a walkout and rally in front of the school this morning. Hundreds of teens took part.
One of them is red. Steve Hilton is the guy I consider red. You know, you've seen him on Fox News. British guy, but base British guy. The other guy is Bianco. I guess he was a sheriff that bent a knee or whatever back in the BLM days. I'm not sure what city he was in, but he's technically a Republican, but somebody who's feels like it's more important to bend a knee to BLM than it is to do his job. I wouldn't want that guy as a governor.
They held signs and chanted and also listened to speeches and poems calling for protecting immigrant families.
Our goal is to let ICE know that not only are they not welcome here at Walnut Hills High School or in any Cincinnati public schools, they're not welcome in this city. Cincinnati is a sanctuary city.
Sounds pretty fascist to me.
And we want to make it clear, and we want to make it known that we are standing strong with immigrant families.
Students say an email.
We make it clear. I'm going to repeat the same thing that my teacher told me.
From CPS Superintendent Shauna Murphy says that immigrant students are welcome in the district. A statement on the district's website says CPS does not request or maintain records related to a student's immigration status.
Could you imagine? So they don't know the immigration status of the kids that are in their building. Wow. I still teach them, you know, things like that, but crazy people. blue-haired crazies here.
To go and fucking get this video footage. I'm pretty sure that raid that went on this morning at our apartments was fucking ICE. I don't think it was just a normal cop raid because they were being staged over here right by this park and ride right by Center. It's off Center Street right by Cheney Stadium. So I'm gonna look at all these fuckers, dude. Do you guys see this? Hold on. Look at all these fuckers over there. That whole fucking lot of them, dude. All of them are cops. It's all cops right there. All of them are fucking cops. And those are not regular police. They're all unmarked vehicles. All those fuckers are federal agents, and you know it. I don't think that these... So, Pierce County, well, Tacoma...
Washington.
No, Pierce County, because it was in Lakewood. I've been hearing reports all over the place that there was, like, raids going on. They're not just normal raids, dude. These are the feds, bro. And people want to laugh. All these fucking bigots that are around here.
Like you?
All these raging Trump supporter motherfuckers are laughing in the comments when we put out information in certain groups. They've already infiltrated groups that we have.
I haven't seen it yet.
That we're trying to, like, let people know. I mean, we're about to pop off like Minneapolis, dude. And y'all need to get prepared. I'm not fucking playing. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can switch this camera back around and we can see this side. Actually, I'm gonna... All right.
Crazy. Why do you put that much metal on your face? It's just like, what's the point? South Florida. I'm guessing they are allowed to get outside of school, but not to leave campus. And some of them decided to leave campus in South Florida. I'll get rid of that one.
Dirtbags! Dirtbags! Get a real job!
They're literally doing their job, you idiot.
Dirtbags! Back up! Back up! Back the fuck up! Dirtbags! Back up! Get out of my car! Show your faces! Show your faces! Dirtbags! Dirtbags!
Do you understand? The reason they're being a little bit more aggressive and trying to do these things faster is because there's agitators and people honking all around them and everything at that point there. That's why they want to get it done before more of you guys show up and try to do more agitating. They would be a lot nicer, I would imagine, to the person if you would not be surrounding them and honking and threatening them. They would say, please open your door. Please open your door. We're going to give you another warning to please open your door. We have a detainer for you. Things like this. But since they're slowly getting surrounded, the longer they're out there, they can't sort of waste that much time. You silly people. Silly, silly liberals. Okay. You guys want to watch Pam here, something like that here? Somebody likes to watch Pam Tifa. I don't know, but anyway, she says MAGA goons are going around lying about my friend on X, sending Duntley person death threats and spinning the story. We all know they lie, just like their daddy Trump. This is a way to Trump believe that this is a way to Trump believe she can't speak that protesters at the Portland ICE facility are violent. You noble one. Let me see if him or BCP responded. Spider Mike responded. Hemphill responded. Somebody else responded. Nobody cares here about your opinion, it looks like. I know you're trying to get people to give you attention, Pam, but it's not working. 1 minute, 18 seconds to... I'll try to watch something fun after this, okay? Just to
This guy is a good guy. He's a really good guy. So
What happened?
So what happened? This guy was going around saying peaceful protest, but he was mocking it. And a lot of people said they thought he was drinking. They could smell alcohol on him. Well, he ran over Spider Mike's foot
Mr. Bills
and
Curbs.
hit a few other people, not real bad. And they all got together and said, let's go over.
I've actually seen this one here, I guess. I don't care. Oh, cow. Okay. Any new news? Was there somebody said there was something interesting? What was it in relation to? Was it about the idiot who tased himself? Was that recently, Linda? Let's do a quick search here. Was it a protester that did it? February 1st. Is this the one?
Lay your head back. We're going to wash it, okay? We're going to wash it with distilled water behind her. Lay your head back. We're going to wash it, okay? We're going to wash it with distilled water behind her. You're with the medic. Let's call 911.
Let's see that one. Oh, this was the guy that was yelling and screaming at the authorities, and then he ended up getting in a lot of trouble. If that's the one you're talking about, maybe that's what you're thinking of there. I don't see anything else about tasing or anything like that. I could imagine. Okay, I didn't see anything. Let's see if there's anything latest and greatest news or show. Or if people still watching me, 49 cool people. Are y'all cool people? Put a 1 if you're a cool person. Put a 2 if you're a hot person. Okay. 1 if you're cool. 2 if you're hot. Or 3 if you're warm. I guess I don't know. I would put a 3 probably. Nothing going on there. Ken Paxton. I don't care. Doing the refresh there. Paid agitator purposely try to push the agents' buttons. Yes, they do. Trying to break their spirits. Yep. So that way they will be more aggressive. Psychological warfare. Yep. That's what they do. Ooh, when was this? 34 minutes ago. PDX Real. Revoke the ICE permit. Protesters corner Mayor Wilson in public at what appears to be a bar. They were supposed to go to his house and the next day or two or something like that. Anyway, Wilson doesn't answer the questions leveled at him and tries to escape. One of the protesters tells him that city council members told them to do this. The same group plans a protest in front of the mayor's house on the 7th in 2 days. What the heck? Immigrants' rights activists trying to speaking to Portland Mayor Keith Wilson to ask what he's doing to revoke the permits, and are kicked out of the bar for being underage, you think, or for disrupting the bar?
Really serious things are happening there. So I talked to Mayor Wilson about it. Mayor Wilson let the Portland ICE.
I don't think I watched the Melania movie personally. No. If you have a review or whatever you like to put out there, feel free. Hey, Cash, how we doing? Nice to see you. Nice to see you.
Over the 12-hour limit multiple times. They're also abusing people in Portland. They've kidnapped people off the street. I'm curious what your office is doing.
Yeah, he's not trying to answer a single question. He's trying to be nice and say, we're doing something about it.
What is your office going to be doing?
Hey, McKean.
I'm asking you what your office is going to be doing. Yeah, but it's hard to celebrate when people are getting kidnapped off our streets. When ICE is kidnapping.
He's trying to celebrate and enjoy himself. So he talked to the owner, I'm guessing, right there. Say, can you do something about this person that's, being a disruption here and is probably not a purchasing customer in your bar, and usually they can trespass you if you're not being a patron.
We were told to talk to you directly by the city council. Hey guys, hey this isn't good. You've got to go. No. This isn't time to stop.
Do you not want to speak to us about what's happening at the Portland ICE facility?
So they waited outside till he was done. Oh boy. Oh, I love it when the left attacks the left.
I was slammed on the concrete and dragged across the concrete. I don't know if you know about that. Yeah, it was really horrible. And we had people in our group who've gone to the hospital. That's why we have to come and speak to you like this, because what's happening is a serious emergency.
And we're addressing a lot of that, but we're in this together.
How so? How are you addressing it?
I'm educating the community member with
We have enough education here. Right, but we're asking for the facility to be shut down. We want the
You understand? Portland City Mayor, federal agency, city, federal. Him, no power over federal. Him down here, federal agency up here. Okay? He can poke if he wants to from underneath, but he's not going to affect anything. There's no way he can kick them out. He can try to poke, but that's all he can do as a city guy.
facility be shut down. We know that you have the ability to make executive orders. And you also are
After they continually say Trump's executive orders are unconstitutional, they're advocating for an unconstitutional law for him to try to kick out a federal agency out of his town. We want the mayor to not allow feds in our city, even though we pay taxes.
able to speak directly to permitting and development. So I would like to know, are you doing this? Are you working on that?
Have you said a word to permitting and development?
Because they
Guys,
just
we'll talk about this later.
You allowed them to push back their appeal deadline.
For correspondence for months and months. The only time that we've been able to say a word to you is when we have met you in public at like Portland.
I'll give him some credit. You see that he doesn't have any security around him or paying for Portland police to protect him. You know, he's just out there as a normal citizen, even though he's like a millionaire and things like that. You'd think he'd have a little bit of personal security to help keep the distance.
And now at a bar.
Yeah, I do find that to be a little bit concerning that the only times we're able to see our mayor.
So will we be talking about this later?
Yes, will there be a town hall? Is there an opportunity?
What happened at the last town hall they had in relation to that? You guys tried taking over City Hall. You had to be pushed out by 10 or 15 police officers because you did not get your way. You understand? I don't think he wants to talk to you at City Hall or anywhere because you people are unhinged. That's the nicest thing I'm going to say about him.
For the public to really speak to you.
Tuesday night. I was just saying Tuesday night from
You think there's somebody nearby or whatever, or behind him or whatever, that's kind of close enough to him to interfere if needed?
6 until 9. We're having an event at City Hall. Please.
And is that going to be an opportunity for us to speak to you about the Portland ICE facility?
I think you could go through Jeff Selby, our Office of Equity, and you can get
Office of Equity.
Signed up for that.
To speak, because I saw the event for Tuesday and it looked like a Know Your Rights training. I don't know if there's going to be an opportunity for us to talk to you about ICE.
We've got several different things we're going to be training and working with the community with. And I've got like 12 mayors involved. So please, we've got to care for the community by communicating.
We would love to communicate more with you, and we wish that you
Get his license plate, guys. Get his license plate. I'm sure they already have, but you know how they get all the ICE license plates and everything and know where he lives? I'm sure they already know where he lives, but still.
would hold more opportunities for the public to communicate with you. Yeah, please shut down the Portland ICE facility. All right, I'll be good.
Hey, Angry Oregonian, I'm not sure. I don't think I use your computer much or whatever if you're at the house, but you might check and see, like what I did for Geyer the other day, and he was able to press a button and that allowed him to stream to his audience when I open a chat with other people or whatever. It might still allow you to do that right on your existing phone and everything. Just kind of open YouTube on the side, basically, and it allows you to do that. I'm not certain if you can do that just on the phone. You might have to use the computer to do that, but if you wanted to look into that as an option. It'd be kind of cool to have you automatically stream and not really worry about pressing a whole bunch of buttons. That was interesting there, though. Let's see if anything else in the news. Oh, what was going on? Ski jumping faces penis skate. What the heck? Doping claims ahead of 2026. Okay, not my thing. House Republicans advance a SAVE Act for voter ID and citizenship. Good job. Bit drop. Whatever Bitcoin nonsense. Okay. I don't care about that. Let's do this. Excuse me. DUI. You think he's going to get a DUI? I'm kind of curious how much he had. He said he was celebrating and then he was starting to ride off. That is interesting too. I wonder if he had a breath tester before he left. Yeah, we just saw that. I don't want to watch AOC right now. I don't care who that is. One more craziness out there. 57 minutes ago, Minneapolis Ed Hugh, serial ICE terrorizer for months, finally arrested today. White woman starts frantic hand slapping like a trained seal, foam at mouth, rant incoming, obstruction clown owned. Oh, interesting.
You put the gun on him. What's the reason? What's the reason? What's the reason?
They tried to kill me. They had 8 guns on me. They ran into me. They tried to kill me.
Tell me the
I
truth.
need Minnesota.
Call the chief right now because I need an incident commander. I'm the citizen I'm requesting.
Is that the Spider Mike of Minneapolis?
I'm a political representative. I have my campaign. It's a political target.
You have a thing. I don't want to lose eyes on him. Can you please use your thing? I would like an incident commander. Can you please call one?
Warriors G. Oh, there's somebody else out there? Oh, you saw Geyer out there probably. That you meant? Somebody else in the chat that you saw by chance? Oh, you're probably referring to Geyer and his situation there. Thank you, OG. Are you calling him old? Are you calling him old? Don't call people old.
Okay, we have 2 officers that are more senior.
So why are you guys taking him for?
Who is that incident commander?
Okay. Who is the incident? Why are you taking him?
I'm telling you this is
Okay. Why are you taking him? I haven't seen you guys all the way back there.
Yeah, they know they've been
So why are you taking him? What's the reason for his arrest?
He saw us trying to do our investigation, and there's days that he put targets saying to kill me on Facebook. That's him. And the moment he saw it was me, he tried to hit me with the car. So just be real.
When did he hit you? I was behind you guys. You put the gun on.
Could you imagine? Was that ICE or is that somebody else? Or is that just look like police at that point there? Interesting. I mean, yeah, it looks like the police were helping with the arrests almost. Maybe it's just ICE and police are keeping the crazy people back. Let's watch BCP's video real quick here. Or actually, let's do this. I'm going to send a link to Geyer and Angry Oregonian. They can talk about this Salem event here with me that's on the screen here. Maybe that would be cool if they want to. I know they might be busy or might be, I was going to say old joke, but I'll hold off on the old jokes since I'm kind of old. Where's the button here? I'm kind of sleepy too, so I'm not sure how long I'll be on, but let's see here. I don't know why I'm sleepy. It's driving around a lot today, I guess. Anyway, quit wasting time. Click the copy link here. Go to Twitter. Go to the email thing over here. Find Angry Oregonian. Paste that into the chat there. Find Geyer. I don't know. Can I give him the same link? What screen it was? I think I can give him the same link. Let me do another thing. There's a branded welcome for guests also. I want to see what this other little thing is that they have there. So let's try that also. Geyer. Here's the. Okay, send you guys new links there if you want to do that. You don't have to. Appreciate the. Oh, I understand that. Around 8 p.m. I might be in a meeting at 7 or something like that. I'm not sure. I still ask about that, I guess. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, there's Angry Oregonian right there, I think. Add to stage. Yes. There he is. Oh, there's Angry Oregonian there. How does that do? That's weird. Let's change this out here to do it like this. There we go. How we doing, Angry? Let's change this out here to do it like this. Oh, yeah.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah. I think you're got both audios on, but no worries. Change this out here to do it like this.
Yeah, give me a second to get all my devices straightened out so we're not echoing.
Echo.
Yeah, give me a second to get all my devices straightened out so we're not echoing.
Smash the like button. Echo.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on.
I heard another beep out there. Let me see if I can see.
All right, hopefully that's getting rid of the echo.
There's Geyer there. I guess he.
Good evening.
You left your kids for us? How rude.
Oh, they're fine.
Oh, okay. If you say so.
Oh, we can chat for a second.
Okay, I just about the Salem thing or something like that. I think I have a meeting at 7 o'clock or something like that.
Yeah, that Salem thing was kind of wild today, guys.
Yeah. So what happened with your thing there? I can go back and try to find that video here.
Hold on. Let me connect my YouTube real quick so I can join the chat.
Alrighty.
Yeah, anything. Stop it. Oh. Sorry, guys. I literally just woke up, so I'm a little discombobulated right now.
Good morning.
How are we doing? There's the video that we want here from Geyer here. Posted that one. Don't need the PP.
So while you're looking, Bill, let me throw something out there.
All right.
So if anybody watched the video or if you show it, there's a part where the organizers of the Salem thing, and Geyer, you may know who I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. We're talking to Joe, and then Quincy went over and started talking to him, and you'll see a redhead with a yellow scarf that's mean mugging Quincy and telling him he shouldn't be there and whatnot.
Oh, wow.
If anybody sees that and can do some detective work, Geyer, you may be able to do this. You're pretty good at this. I'd like somebody to find out who that chick is, because the last Salem rally where Tommy almost got arrested and got trespassed from the park, she was part of that event too. She had been following me around for a while. She runs around acting like some kind of security, and I'm kind of curious as to who that is. But that just lets you know how connected all this crap is.
Redhead, okay.
Yeah, if you look about maybe 2/3 there, you were standing talking to the state patrol off to the side when Joe and Quincy were talking to the organizer that was running around with the green folder.
Okay.
And the redhead chick with the yellow scarf that was tailing her is some kind of, she's involved in some kind of organization with this, because like I said, I sent a DM to Quincy showing him that I had interactions with her the last time I was in Salem. What was that? Maybe about 3 weeks ago or something, on MLK Day, whatever day Martin Luther King Day was.
Okay. Yeah, that was a Monday.
So there's some there's some organization going on there bigger than what we see, because you stick around long enough, you start seeing connected faces.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will definitely take a look at that and see. You know what's crazy is it's pretty easy to connect faces, especially if you have video and photo. Yeah, those two women right there. That is it. That woman right there was behind me.
Oh, let's see what,
Andrew?
on this video here.
Yeah.
Should I play this one here? This 24-minute video, and then
Yeah,
play
that
some,
one.
Okay.
Right behind me. It was right
like,
before.
Right before this.
Looking like Cool Mo D over here with my dang aviators.
Hang on. I think what I'll do is I've got a picture of her saved on my phone. I'll send it to Bill.
Okay.
Is that all right, Bill?
Yeah.
I'll XDM it to you real quick.
All right.
So as you were saying with the organization, it was easily organized because they pointed us out in the crowd. I think the first person they noticed was not Tina, and then they noticed Quincy as well as IRT, and then that started happening. Then they started coming over to me. I was the only one that didn't really have a tripod. I don't roll around with a tripod. It's me and my phone. And yeah, that woman right there, right behind me.
Right behind you.
Yeah, she seemed to be like the main organization of the following because they were looking for me after I left. After that guy had hit me with his pole, they had went to look for me, and I went through the public safety building. I saw them, and it's in my live. You can see it, and I'm like, oh, they're looking for me, and they were looking, I think, south. And then so I started going around, and that's when they followed me around the building up to here, and that's when I'm going in circles, and you can see David Medina actually walk down those steps. I think in the live video, and I'm saying, please don't follow me, ma'am. Like I'm trying to film up on the building to just try and get them to go away from me here.
I'm still here. I'm just trying to do it. Email thing.
Yeah. And so then I just keep walking, and
yeah. Fast forward it more if you want me to, or
I think here's good. I think here's good. This is just me being followed, and this is just like the organization of it. See her right there. She's trying to act all dumb, like she's not following me. They followed me around the entire building. But if you go earlier into the video, and I'm in the crowd when that woman, Miss Oldfield, she is a let's see, she works for the Department of Corrections, and she was up there speaking today. And they wouldn't let me like film her speaking for some reason. Like they just wouldn't let me. They were standing in front of me, getting signs in front of me. And I said, that's okay. I'll just continue to like walk around. Then they started getting kind of pushy, shovey, and then they send their women. They send women and they give them signs. And this old lady and elderly lady, and she goes, well, I'm not tall enough. And she goes, I guess you win. And I go, of course I win. And so then I said, have a good day. And then they just kept following me. And so then I walked around, and that's when that man, as you see, come in on not Tina's video, come in with the sign, big man, and he falls into me. Well, this is a tactic they use. If you're a big guy, they'll try and fall into you to make it seem like you pushed him.
Yeah.
And so he does that, and then he hits me with his pole, and then he slams it into my right foot. And
here's the picture
on my foot. Oh, that woman, I recognize her.
The different woman that was following you, evidently, though.
Yeah, no, I definitely recognize her, though. She was definitely around. And so it's just unfortunate the way that they're doing it. It's very jihadist type of tactics, sending women in front of you, blocking your way, not allowing you to speak. First, they send their children out to the front lines, and then they send their women out to block you from exercising your freedoms. It's just crazy to me. And just being surrounded. And yeah, I'm talking to her here. One of the people
for assaulting me. Is there a reason why you tried to follow me to my truck? Is there a reason why you did that? Please stop following me. Please stop following me.
There's Medina.
Okay, but you keep following me. No, I'm not.
Yeah, they followed me all the way around the building. That's about 2 blocks.
I'm trying to figure out what side of the building this is. So
this is the other side of the opposite of the lawn.
Opposite. It technically, yeah. We always think the main entrance is by the park. This is the main entrance that everybody uses nowadays. But
There's a crowd of about 250 people on that part, and then that nothing was really happening here. I was just walking back, and then
Willamette University to your right there. Yeah.
So that's really what was going on down in Salem today.
Craziness. Skip ahead. See if there's a big crowd there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm grateful for not Tina Kotex for being up there and gathering me up overhead coverage.
Yeah.
So
what
you doing, Bill? Why are you ignoring OG over here?
Oh, is he doing something? What did he pop in again? Add to stage. Sorry about that. I wasn't ignoring him. I was watching the video. I get too many screens, old age and things like that. Come on now.
I like that. I like your profile emoji guy. I like that guy a lot.
Profile emoji guy. Which one's that?
The angry Oregonian.
Oh, his little thing there. Yeah, looks like that.
Yeah. We're gonna mess with that. We're gonna see what we can do and make that like a little something for you.
For some reason, I got into the emoji thing. So
yeah, that's cool.
I actually have one tattooed on my arm.
Oh, do you? That's awesome. Yeah, we've been using the salute emoji for our kind of stuff over here. It's been working for us. So yeah, keep it up. I like that. We do the digital graphics, and so we appreciate stuff like that. It's something that's like you don't see too often.
Yeah. I had a buddy of mine he likes to do clip art or whatever, and he did this little thing there. I mean, right there.
I love it.
I'm gonna tell him to get rid of the facial hair though, but the rest of it's okay.
That's clip art's fun.
Yeah, get rid of that.
You can't see.
Oh, I already took it down. So it looked like it was you when you were like 40 or something like that. So who hung up? No, I don't know why he hung up. He probably got busy with something. Multitasking. Yeah, that's what people do these days.
Yep.
What else was going on today? Let's go back to the BCP feed here to see if there was anything interesting there that was worth talking about. Where did it go?
So what's funny, and Geyer, you may realize this being down there and all, is this was like a union thing. There's union scarves and signs and everything, and everybody. And the thing that they're protesting against is actually the thing that makes unions prosper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you don't allow low wages to take away jobs from unions, so to speak, then other unions can't make the money off those contracts or whatever. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah, well, unions are supposed to be taking pride in American products and American workers and, things like that. And they're running around with Mexican flags.
Yeah.
And then they're talking about don't give corporate tax breaks. Well, corporations are the ones that are able to afford union contractors. Because, see, I come from a construction background. So I look at it, I'm not, familiar with like the teachers union or fast food workers union. I look at it from a construction point of view. And the corporate tax breaks enable corporations to expand and hire union contractors to build their stuff. So if you stop giving corporations breaks, they don't have the money to hire unions. Unions don't have work.
That makes sense.
Fair enough. It's contradicting.
But it's a little bit, there's a caveat to that because, obviously I'm a little bit older and I kind of look at things from a 80s, 90s, 2000s perspective. But I think that especially because unions are different out here on the West Coast than they are on the East Coast. And it's a completely different animal, completely different beast. But I've noticed that out here, unions tend to rely on government contracts a lot. They get a lot of government buildings go, and then you have the SEIU and you have all these, and these are all reliant on government funding. So out here on the West Coast, government and unions are linked hand in hand, and they get fed from the government dole. So they're probably looking at it at maybe a slightly different perspective than I do.
Yeah. Yeah, they were protesting against as well as this immigrant, and you're talking about these immigrants. They don't want ICE coming into the hospitals and conducting their operations within the hospitals. And I think this comes from when there was those Tren de Aragua members that got shot down there. They ran into the hospital, and ICE went in, ICE tried to go into the hospital and get them. And so they didn't release the information to Department of Homeland Security or Border Patrol when those people left the hospital. So they had to go find them again. And so these healthcare workers that are out here and these teachers and stuff, they're fighting against keeping illegals inside of these hospitals. It's like keeping illegals inside of America. And it's just, you're right. Why are they're protesting against, they're working for a union, which is supposed to be American, right? It's supposed to be, we're here to work. Let's make money together. Let's create this business. But, why are we giving all this money to illegals?
But also, one thing that's making a connection while I'm watching this is you think about the perspective of the SEIU, which is the teachers union and school board unions and stuff like that. How much funding, how much extra grants and stuff like that do they get for providing bilingual classes, and their enrollment goes up because they accept the children of illegal aliens and things of that sort. So the illegal alien train, I guess you would say, the feeding of illegals into America feeds their pockets when you think of it that way.
Right. And I was just listening to a podcast where those grants are going and being fed into these teachers, and they used to make a crap ton of money on like an English second language teacher. They got fed these federal grants that came from administrations like the Biden administration. And so when the podcast host asked the guy, he goes, well, how much do you make as much money now? He goes, not even close, because it's all getting all the EI hires. Exactly.
Yeah. Yep. Plus during COVID, weren't they getting quite a few grants or something like that from the federal government when things are going on? Like,
it's still happening, but it's in the Somali neighborhoods now, and that's what I'm saying about that.
Yeah, but I mean, back then or whatever, they were sort of making extra money, and we're getting all this money from the federal government for staying at home and not doing anything, not wasting gas. But the teachers unions were still kind of like, what supplies do you need? The only supplies you need are air filtration in your schools. You don't need extra money for supplies if you're at home all the time.
Hey, Laura, how are you? My question is about these teachers is exactly what they said. So many are fighting against America while working in America and enjoying the benefits of being in America. What I told about this guy with the American flag or the Mexican flag earlier, I asked him, don't you love the freedoms to be able to fly another country's flag here in America? And unfortunately, that guy's probably on benefits, probably on SNAP benefits, probably on government funding and all this kind of stuff. And he's out there protesting. He's not putting into what this economy or anything like that. He's standing on a corner. And it's just like, if you're gonna live the American dream, and if your family wants to come here to live the American dream, man, like, keep at with that American dream. Yes, you're protesting, and it's your freedom to do so, but where's your American flag, bro? We're not under distress. We're not under a tyrannical dictatorship. There's no reason to be flying that flag upside down if you do have an American flag.
Amen. And here's another piece of irony. I think you guys, I'm looking a little behind because I'm watching it on the TV. But did you see the giant anti-Antifa flag that they didn't realize they were flying?
No, I didn't. Yeah, I saw that poster though.
Back up the tape a little bit and look at that when they're doing that group picture. There is a giant, huge 8x8 flag that pretty much says anti-Antifa. They wrote the word ICE on the hat, but it's a giant hat or a giant flag crossing out a black bloc person. It's kind of ironic.
The white one?
Because anybody driving by or whatever is going to see nothing but an anti-Antifa flag. Nobody's going to look close enough to see the word ICE on the hat. They're going to see an anti-Antifa flag, and that's hilarious.
Right, that was the white one. I think I zoomed in on it during my live. It was in front of the Capitol on the lawn, right?
Yeah, well, it's in this picture too.
Oh,
On the
okay, got it.
backside, they put it up by the doors, and it is literally a giant anti-black bloc flag. They just don't realize they're doing it.
Yeah, they're so ignorant.
Trying to find it here. If I'm looking through for the giant white flag.
Somebody asked me earlier. They said, "Hey, what about that part where that guy who was wearing the Minnesota Vikings jacket? He's one of the organizers, and he said he was there to keep me safe." I asked him, "Well, why are you here to keep everybody else safe?" And he said, "I'm here to keep you safe." I'm like, "Well, is there people here to hurt me?" like, do you know that there's going to be people here to, like, whatever, journalists, live streamers, whatever it may be, counter protesters, anything like that? So are you anticipating, one of these people with a phone that's recording what's happening, not even really talking, to get violent, and you're here to protect us? So you're stepping in the way of us? It just doesn't make any sense to me, man. Everything they say is a lie, it seems.
Well, what doesn't make sense to me is if they're out in the middle of a public square and with loudspeakers and organization and all that, and they want to get a message across, then why, when streamers try to show their message, I mean, whether you agree with it or not, you're putting their message out there. That's just the long and short of it. And everybody watching the live stream can make their own conclusions, but you're actually giving their message a platform, and all they do is want to harass and block and threaten violence against people that are working towards getting their message out there. Whether you agree with it or not, that's exactly what you and Quincy and Tina Kotek and all those were doing. Is, if you just let the videotape, then every one of those speakers just got heard by another couple thousand people.
Right. Like, I was legitimately interested in what they had to say, and they wouldn't let me listen to what they had to say.
More tea?
There it is, right in the center. Yeah, you got it. You got it, Bill.
Yeah. Although it looks like you see it on his hat or whatever. It looks like the first word is I on there. Maybe it's trying to say ice on his hat there.
No, it does say ice, but I mean, that's a small part of the picture.
Let's see it.
Yeah. The fact that it's a masked up person wearing all black. Yeah.
It's a black bloc guy with an X through him. Yeah, they're basically, everybody driving by is seeing an anti-black bloc flag.
I know. They're not, they can't pay attention to what the word is on top there.
Which I'm still laughing about.
If it was green or whatever, or camouflage colors, then maybe you could sort of make that connection, but it's black. Crazy.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to jump out of here, guys. Thank you for having me on, Bill. Angry Oregonian, it's always a pleasure to speak with you, man. I'm always interested in listening to what I called you an OG earlier, and Mr. Bill said I was saying you were old. No, I like you guys, man. I like listening. I like listening to the to what you guys have gone through and what you've been through, and kind of how it's similar to what's happening now, and how it's different. So thank you guys for having me on, and I might be on here later. We'll go live on the Geyer Show, and we might jump in if you're here.
Sounds good. Everybody follow Geyer. I put the link in the chat there, and the Oregonian there. If you're not already following yet, so I sent you guys a raid there last night, so make sure you. There's that link that I just had. There it is.
Oh yeah, we'll be back. Laura.
Peace out. Have a good evening, brother.
You guys too. Thank you. Bye.
Gotcha. Later. Hang out with the kids. Hang out with the kids. All right. You were out there all day today, Jay, or?
Who, me? No. I told you. I just woke up. I woke up to it. I usually sleep with YouTube going on my TV, and it kind of auto rotates it through the algorithm. So I literally woke up to seeing Quincy's feed on the TV.
Oh, I was out there taking care of the parents and things like that, and then I saw something like, "Oh, there's a Salem event today." Nobody.
Yeah, I didn't even know what was going on. That was kind of funny.
I saw all sorts of other kind of flyers, but you think a big event like that would have been a flyer out there, but some of those union things don't get as much attention as their direct actions and things like that they put out there. Anyway, it's bizarre. I wonder if Quincy's
I'm usually so busy working during the week that I miss weekday events.
Yeah. Are you going anywhere tonight, or gonna stay in and watch the nonsense?
No, I just got called into work. I got to work at midnight, so I can't go anywhere.
Well, I guess maybe tomorrow. That's crazy. Let's try to see. There's. I also want to raid 2 here in a second. Not that I'm raiding yet, but I got a 7:00 thing or whatever. You probably know about it, but I know you're disconnected. Let's see where. We also want to raid 2. Well, anything else been on your mind today besides sleep?
No, I'm okay, man. I'm all right. Like I said, I just woke up and saw this stuff going on, and you invited me in, so here I am.
I appreciate it. Much appreciated.
Still half asleep, but hopefully I'm contributing something to the system.
Yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good, keeping the people occupied there. As I'm feeling kind of sleepy myself, was driving around Kaiser and things like that. I was like down at Kaiser taking care of the parents, and then I see what Quincy's having all this fun over here 5 miles away.
Yeah, you were only a couple miles away and you missed it.
I know, like, goodness gracious. I'm not going to bring my parents for that kind of stuff, obviously, but still.
Oh, come on. Why not? Sounds like a good family day.
I know. My mom watches all the protests. Like, you're not going to these kind of protests, are you? Like, no, I just go to the day ones or whatever when it doesn't get too crazy.
Yeah, Mr. Bill is a daytime streamer.
Yeah. Even though Quincy makes fun of me like he did last night, and say, yeah, when he sees the street lights come on, Mr. Bill leaves. Like, there's reasons I do that, not just because it's dark. There's other reasons.
Yeah, tell the truth, Bill. You're scared of the dark. We all know.
Oh, hey! That was between us. Hey, Laura, did you want to link her or anything like that? I gotta go in 5 or 10 minutes there, but if you wanted to link or whatever, you're out there doing things. Probably bumped into the guy with the beard on the screen here. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. But if you wanted to say hello or something like that, you could.
Yeah, I won't be able to join any streams tonight because I'm working a different post, and I have to stay low key at my other post. My normal post, I have the office to myself, and like you guys saw last night, I got room to do what I want to do, but I'll be working with, which is funny. I don't know if you knew this, but I indirectly work for an NGO. So I kind of have a inside perspective on what goes on in this crap.
That's interesting. Hopefully it's a nice NGO. I don't know if there's such a thing, but
it kind of is, but it's still frustrating to see how the administrative end of it is just bonkers. But what they do is a good thing.
Yeah, as long as the end result's good. Some of these NGO type places in Portland, like I was talking about, that one group or whatever that gives homeless people syringes and things like that. I'm like, I'm not sure it's an NGO or just a charity or something like that, but like that's not a good thing to do. You know, it's good that
it's got to be an NGO of some sort, because the funding for that equipment and paraphernalia and whatnot has got to come from somewhere.
Yeah, unless it's Soros directly. But even if it's a Soros thing, he's going to try to spend all the money on
I'm pretty sure, yeah, don't quote me on this, but the way I see it is the people that hand it out on the street get it from a place that donates it to those, because those are just the street workers, the foot soldiers, but they have to get it from somewhere, from a higher up NGO, and they get the stuff either donated or government funding to buy the syringes and all of this and that. So somehow or another, we are paying for that, whether the people on the street are just volunteers or not. Somehow or another, if you work it up the chain, up the ladder, we pay for that stuff.
Yeah. Hey, Laura, what's your Twitter? I'll put it in the. So you should be able to just copy and paste it or whatever if you wanted to, since you're a streamer out there too. For some reason, it's hard to look up on here. We'll put it in there without people don't have to just do the @ thing or whatever. But there should be a way you can put your own link in the chat there. Why can't I find it? Or for America, right? Let's see here. Just do it that way. Let me grab that link that way then. Oh, get the cat going on there. Meow.
If you want Mr. Bill to restream you while you're streaming, you got to say his name on your feed, and then somebody in your chat will tell him. You got to let him know that you're streaming.
Hey, I can usually keep an eye on things. The cool thing is with Twitter, it always pops up on that side thing so I know
Nobody
who's
can hear you.
usually anyway. If I do it this way, maybe it'll come up. Oh, there, now it came up with your thing, and now I can do.
Yeah, they're saying hi to everybody.
Copy that and paste this. If you guys
Bill's
want
trying to get her on stream right now.
there's your link. There's your link, Laura. Calm down, calm down. Be nice, Laura. And thank you for finally starting to watch me. Okay, even though you're mad at me that I shout you out so many times or something like that, or you say that I'm calling you out. I say that I'm shouting you out. See, it's much different, you know.
It's all about the phrasing.
Exactly. See, it's called shouting. I say Laura's out there and everything, but she doesn't always watch me. I'm not saying that you're a bad person. I'm just saying you have other things to watch besides a restreamer that shouts you out. I don't know. I'm not making sense, am I? You can never be mad at me. Okay. If you say so. Hey,
Mr. Bill, my what do you call it? Laryngitis suffering wife told me to tell you hi.
Oh, hello to her too. Hello, Mrs. Angry. Like, does she consider herself Mrs. Angry or Mrs. Happy? I don't know. Instead of angry.
she says definitely angry.
Okay. Yeah, that works. That's a good name there too. Okay. I'm gonna set up a raid here. I'm gonna take a 5-minute nap before some silly meeting pops in here in a second, but I gotta set up a raid here. Nice to talk to you, Angry. I don't know why I keep calling it Angry instead of Jay, but it's just a habit.
Well, that's what everybody knows me as, so it doesn't bother me.
Yeah. Let me see. Who could we raid here? Most of my people that I watch or whatever are debate people and things like that do little debates with other people, but sometimes I find a streamer to raid to. 42 people. Oh, I didn't play any music for you guys, did I? I should play that song for you here if you guys want to play the Mr. Bill's Curbs song here.
All right, Bill, I'm going to go ahead and cut my feed so you can do your exit and that. Thanks for having me, buddy.
Mr. Bill's Curbs. Sleeping time.
They roll up loud, ready for a scene. Then they freeze mid-step, 'cause the sidewalk's clean. Fresh white line, like a battle scar. Every edge in place, every marker star. Mr. Bill's Curbs, where the strong stand tall. Trip up the chaos, hold the front line wall. Good stone guardians, watching every turn. Mr. Bill's Curbs, make the doubters burn. Boots on the ground, badges in the night. Neighbors on the porch, backlit by the porch light. Every sharp corner, like a drawn-out sword. When the crowd surges, they hold the accord. Mr. Bill's Curbs, where the strong stand tall. Trip up the chaos, hold the front line wall. Good stone guardians, watching every turn. Mr. Bill's Curbs, make the doubters burn. They chant and they push, but the line doesn't fade. Every painted edge, every groove that was laid, dreamy haze about Mr. Bills Curbs stand, where the patriots meet. Mr. Bills Curbs, Mr. Bills Curbs. Mr. Bills Curbs.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching. If you want to, I can't find hardly anybody to rate Rob Noor. If you like talking about debating stuff, he does talking about debate stuff tonight. He's talking about Andrew Wilson's show Spectacular or something like that.
Encapsulates the fucked up priorities of the Democratic Party and let's be honest, our entire political system. But particularly in areas where the big-hearted socialist-type Democrats come into power.
If you get an idea what he likes to talk about, good guy out there, talks about different stuff like that. So I'm going to raid you over there. Give him a like or subscribe if you like to talk about debate stuff. I'll try to come back on if there's after the meeting thing or whatever that I think I'm in, but I got to go to the restroom first. So if anybody's in here that's going to the meeting thing or whatever, let them know I might be late because I might be in the restroom. But let me see, what else was I going to say? I think that's pretty much it for now. Anyway, yeah, make sure you follow. Did I already put the link in there? How many times did I? Make sure you give her some more follows there if you haven't done that already. How many followers does she have? Oh, probably more than me. 692 followers. Okay, guys, that's what she had before. Let's get her up to 700, guys. 694 now. Okay, 6 more followers on Twitter, guys. Even though you guys don't want to follow me on Twitter, follow Laura on Twitter. She's probably better looking than me, but we won't say that out loud. But anyway, give her 6 more followers over there, okay? Click on the link. Let's see if we can do that real quick before. Got 3 minutes here, guys, even though I say I'm going to be late for the other thing, but we're going to raid him after you guys give her 6 more followers to make it a nice 700, okay? If you don't mind doing that over there. If you guys can't do it, it's okay, but we're going to see if we can do 6 more followers to get her to 700. Okay, I've got to hurry up. I try to be awesome once in a while. Some people don't think I'm awesome, but I don't listen to them as much as I listen to people that think I'm awesome. Where am I going with this? Oh, I think I should. Did I put it in the screen? Oh, I didn't put it in the screen? Or did I? Oh, wait. Where's the button that I was supposed to? Yeah, I put it, highlighted it. There it is. I think Wolfie already followed. Good. Who else followed? Put a 1 in the chat if you're following Laura over there. And also make sure you follow Ingrid Oregonian on YouTube too. I put his link in the chat. We're trying to get him to 500 over there, but see if you guys are Twitter type people. Give Laura a follow on Twitter. That's her main platform over there. Okay, she some live streams out there. Also, we'll probably restream her if she's out there in the next couple days. What's going on here? I put the link in there enough times? Okay. Oh, I was going to hit the refresh button again. Boy, I'm too tired to be here. It's not too hard. You click the link and then you click the notification bell, I think is what you click over there, or follow button. There's a follow button on Twitter. Okay. Some of you guys followed me, so you can follow Laura if you want to. Okay. At least get her 1 more for 695. Is it too hard to get 1 more for 695? Is that too hard? Later, everyone. Okay. Yeah. I'm just going to 1 more refresh to see if somebody got her to 695 here. Is that too hard to ask? Yeah, you guys aren't helping me. It's okay. Anyway, good night, y'all. I got to get going here. We'll see you later, alligators, or something like that. Go watch Rob Noor over here. Make sure you hit the go now when the stream ends. Click the go now at the top there, okay? I'll just give you a countdown. 5, 4,
Did minimal political action. At a town hall on January 22nd, officials said that they had taken